Ready. It is that time of the week again when we get an Ultimate Fighter episode, and we get treated to 2 fights this time. Anyways, we started off with? We started off with, of course, the recap, the Kowalski fight. Seems like general consensus that John kind of froze and panicked. I didn't know he panicked, but he definitely got kind of desperate. And he definitely did seem to lose hope with every failed takedown. It happens. John gets really drunk, and him and Koppenheimer toss the good old foosball table, such a waste, into the pool. Not much more to say about that. Koppenheimer apparently threw some more stuff in the pool. Decided he needed everything that he could in the pool. Whatever. Then we go on to another case where Matt Arroyo and Richie Hightower are still training with Team Serra. Troy Mandalones, in particular, to a lesser extent Richie Hightower, think that Serra is playing favorites a little bit, coaching the two, ground-based fighters, Arroyo and George Soteropoulos. Although Soteropoulos is well-rounded, so not really a ground fighter, but more so than Hightower and Mandalones, who, I'm gonna say it, probably the 2 worst ground games in the house. I'm trying to figure out how Mandalones, and Dana White put it best, how do you hang around BJ Penn and not get some kind of ground game? But whatever. Move on. So they're not training with Hughes, but Hughes will be cornering them. Matt Serra decides he doesn't want to corner his guys, Mandalones and Soteropoulos, because he doesn't want to corner against Matt Arroyo and against Richie Hightower. I have mixed feelings with this. On one end, I understand why he doesn't want to do it, but at the same time, I keep thinking about it, and as a professional responsibility, you should. Mind you, I'm still trying to figure out why they made them do the whole split. We're in season 1. I was watching season 1 again today. Diego Sanchez and Josh Koscheck got the chance to pick whatever cornerman they wanted. And Koscheck had Pete Welsh in his corner, and on the other side there was Mark Lehman was in Diego's corner. So, I'm just kind of looking at it that way, and hey, why not have Pete sell corner 1 and Ray Longo corner the other? But whatever. First up, we got Mandalones and Arroyo. I thought this was going to be a decent fight as long as it was on the... Well, not really. I thought it was going to be a competitive fight to the point that Troy could win and Arroyo could win, because they're both very dominant in one aspect of the game. Mandalones doesn't. Mandalones chose his corner. Let's get to that first. He chose John War Machine Koppenheimer because he's apparently been friends with John a long time. Picked the other John Kowalski, because something about John wants Troy there, and he picked Dorian Price off of Team Hughes to help him with his striking. Troy didn't throw enough strikes, needless to say. I mean, that was his chance. I mean, he's a better stand-up fighter than Arroyo. He's got good power in his hands. The leg kick looked pretty good, actually, so that kind of... And then he got taken down, very quickly submitted. Again, I'm still trying to figure out how Troy did Troy's ground game. I'm trying to figure out why that is so bad. We move on to Hightower versus George Soteropoulos. Soteropoulos' corner is Ray Longo, John Koppenheimer, and again, Dorian Price. It's a little weird that Dorian Price is now in the Serra camp so much. I don't know. I guess he can do that, though. He's been eliminated for a while. Got eliminated by Matt Arroyo back in episode 2. So, we get to the fight. They exchange punches. I'm not going to say either really won the striking. I think it was kind of even. Soteropoulos was cleaner. I wasn't really counting, but I think Richie might have landed more blows, so it's a preference thing, I guess. But Soteropoulos gets him to the ground. Richie does pretty well. I mean, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, because he does pretty much get dominated at will. But at the same time, you're down there with a BJJ black belt, and Richie, I don't know what belt he is, but he's not known for his ground game. He's supposed to be a striker with some decent wrestling. But he does okay. Fights off a Kimura attempt. Held guard for, or managed to get half guard and get guard for a while. Survived pretty well considering he wasn't in guard for a lot of that. But again, it was more survival, no real offense. Nothing great in terms of escape attempts either. Eventually he gets tapped out with a Kimura, and he's pretty happy about this. He takes a complete opposite view of John Koloski, who drank because he lost to Matt Danzig, the possible best guy in the house. Well, George Soteropoulos is the other possibility, and Richie just kind of took it in stride. He seemed really happy. He's not, you know, he commented he's not retiring. It was an honor to fight George, and he appeared to be happy with his performance, which is, you know, good. I mean, there's really nothing bad about that performance for a guy in Richie Hightower's skill set. Now, you got Ben Saunders or Mac Danzig got trashed that badly, then that's a different story. But or Matt Arroyo. But we're talking about Richie Hightower, who's the worst guy, in my opinion, to make it through the preliminaries. And we've lost the two weakest guys, I think, Mandalones and Hightower. I think we have the three of the four strongest. I think Arroyo, I'd probably put it fourth, mainly because he's a little smaller than the others, as is Danzig, but Danzig's got just great skills. Arroyo's kind of one-dimensional. Ben Saunders, I think, is the third best guy. And we'll get Ben Saunders versus Tommy Spear next week. Prediction for the fight? Here's the thing. Ben Saunders can submit Tommy Spear, I think. Ben Saunders can beat Tommy Spear on the feet. That being said, Tommy Spear, amazingly strong wrestler, amazingly strong person. If he can take him down, he can try and land prem or even pound him out. We'll see. I'm taking Ben, though. Well-roundedness, I think, beats dominance in one area. What else we got here? It looks like the fight between J-Rock and Koppenheimer is coming. Apparently there's a prank. I'm assuming it involves War Machine and doing something to J-Rock. Aside from that, it looked like Ben Saunders was in on it. I could be wrong, or it might have been Koloski. They kind of look the same from the back. But that's basically all I got. Rate, comment, subscribe. Have a good one.